Okay, I want to give you guys a few more tools for your arsenal here. I want to talk about strokes, how you can control some of these things with your mouse, and I don't know if it'll be in this video or the next, but then also talk about how you can use curves to make fins, and also how you can create more of a flowing look to your fins. Someone was asking about that, and I want to make sure I get that in the mix here. Okay, so for starters, if you take a look at the stroke menu, there is a thing called Lazy Mouse down here. Okay, and what that does is, if I make my mouse tiny here, that essentially makes it sort of smooths the stroke as you draw. Okay, and if you set this to a bigger radius than 1 here, you'll see a little line trailing your mouse. You're going to see that under the blue there? And it is smoothing between those points, like so. Okay, very, very nicely. Okay, and this will work with a pen as well as a mouse. It doesn't really require, it says mouse, but it doesn't matter which way you go. You can make the smoothing higher by turning this on. This step allows you to kind of make skips between the line. Okay. See how it's kind of making dots there in between? Like so. I'll do this at a little bit higher intensity. Maybe you'll be able to see a little bit better. And I'll turn that down a bit so it happens more quickly. There's this lazy step. Let's try like 3. Okay. So you kind of see what that's doing. Oh, and couldn't that be useful for, making interesting scalar shapes and stuff on your creatures. Okay, so that's really handy, super handy. So I'm going to turn that back down to 0.25, which is the default. Okay, and then this lazy radius, like I said, if I make this really high, it's just going to make that trail even further behind where the mouse is, but in doing so, it gets a smoother result for you. Okay, I'll set that back down to like 2 or 3. So it's really a nice thing, especially if you're working in a tight area here, like you wanted to make, something bigger on this mouth area, that kind of thing. Okay, you can easily trace that shape without getting lost or getting jaggy things happening. Okay, so if I wanted to build this up a bit, and then I could go through and kind of smooth the ends here, and taper those down, and I'll get more of that kind of a look going on. Okay, so very, very useful, very handy to know that that's there. Okay, and I think it is on by default, but it's at a very low level. So know that you can control that. Okay, all right, that's part 1. Okay, that's the